Mr. Speaker, I see hate. Mr. Speaker, I see bitterness. Mr. Speaker, I see acrimony. Mr. Speaker, I see animosity. And Mr. Speaker, I see a man completely out of control. Completely out of control, Mr. Speaker. That is what I see. And that problem is not a new problem to me, you know. I was aware of the tendency for the Honorable to go out of control since 1987.
I went to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago in August 2003 as a Minister of Government in Trinidad and Tobago, a PNM Minister, and told him that there was bid rigging taking place in Udicott. What the Commission of Inquiry is looking at is 10 times worse than what happened with Piako Airport. And it's even more brazen.
Chief Executive Officer of the Tunapuna Piako Regional Corporation, Marva Carter, is denying allegations of political bias after the UNC was allegedly refused access to the George Earl Park for a political meeting on Tuesday.
There is a policy for using the parks, whether it's the George Earl or any of our play parks, where we do not allow huge crowds to go into it, neither heavy equipment. Okay, so we're not targeting a political party, we are targeting huge uncontrollable crowds. Our policy is to preserve the equipment of the regional corporation for the use of the Burgesses, and that's where our concern is.
Carter says the corporation saw an advertisement for a planned meeting in a daily newspaper and immediately contacted the UNC, indicating no permission had been given for use of the park. Chairman of the corporation, Patricia Mahias, says there is a policy and it must be adhered to.
The policy is for people not to use a children play park for no meetings. If you have little functions, small functions, we give anybody, even outside of our corporation, people right to use our facilities, and we do give them. But it's not a matter of it's a policy that we have, and you cannot violate the law because you feel you're a political party and some other corporation personnel is a different party.
The corporation claims that on May 6th, the UNC was refused entry into the same park for a public meeting in support of the St. Joseph candidate, Herbert Volney. But the meeting went ahead, and the corporation is now alleging several items in the park were damaged.
It is not a political, it's the law. And people just can't violate the law and just walk into a park and just put up equipment and structure without the approval of the corporation.
Tuesday night's UNC meeting was eventually held outside the park under the watchful eyes of the police. For CNC3, I am Samuel McKnight.
Argue your case. Everybody has a chance to do it. But not like my good friend. The minute you oppose my good friend, Mr. Speaker, the minute you oppose my good friend, he gets very, very angry. And if you oppose him strongly, Mr. Speaker, he becomes a raging bull. And that is what this government is not prepared to act. That is what it was. We just were not prepared to accept that.
If this country cannot call to order its Prime Minister and his cabinet and his political party to say we are not accepting that, then God help us.